Good morning. 7:49 a.m. on Saturday, the 7th of September, 2024. We've got a rainy day here in southern Georgia, USA, and I thought I would try something different this morning. You know how I'm always talking about, oh, could I tell the difference between two different coffees? You know, like if somebody blindfolded me and stuff like that. Well, I decided I'm going to do what I figure is the next best thing. So yesterday the other day, I got 4 new Lungos from Nespresso. And I got Stockholm Lungo, Buenos Aires, Vienna, and Cape Town. Okay? So I read about them. Now, you know, as you can probably guess, I tend to order the same types of flavor profiles. So these would be a little bit similar. However, I decided in looking at them, okay, the Vienna Lungo has, it says sweet Brazilian and Colombian Arabicas, blah, 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 okay? And the Cape Town Lungo says it's got Indian Arabica and Robusta. No, these are not the two I was going to try. Well, now you know what those have. I was going to try the Stockholm and the Buenos Aires. Sorry, I don't rehearse these things beforehand. I just jump in whole hog. Okay, now let's do it this way. The Stockholm Lungo has, all right, Monsooned Malabar with Colombian Arabica for an intense sweet cup with a hint of bitterness. Okay? That's the Stockholm. All right, here is the Buenos Aires. Okay, this has roasted Colombian Arabica with Ugandan Robusta to deliver distinct cereal and sweet popcorn notes. Okay, well, I don't know. This was like as close as I could come to two that maybe might taste similar. Of course, the Stockholm is an 8 in intensity, and the Buenos Aires is a 4. You know what? I mean, I probably could have compared any of these two. I did notice, though, let me just mention, if you need an excuse to use whipped cream, you know, sometimes it'll say a splash of milk, blah, 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 blah. Well, the Vienna Lungo, it says, top off your Lungo with hot water or whipped cream and pair it with a slice of cake. That sounds good to me. But we're not going to try that one this morning, and unfortunately I don't have any whipped cream. Okay, so I'll move this over a bit. Now, this is the other strange thing. I don't have my Lungo cups because they're packed up, but I do have these silicone thingies that are a little over 4 ounces, okay? Now, silicone shouldn't be imparting any sort of flavor, you know, or affect the flavor of whatever's put in it. And, all right, a Lungo is 3.7 ounces. These are 4 ounces. Now, I'm a little bit wary because they sort of dip down, you know, they're not like completely rounded and at the same level at the top. But I'm going to live dangerously. Okay, so first I'll do the Buenos Aires. And I'm going to do that in the blue cup. Okay, now look, it doesn't matter that I know which is which. You know what I'll do? Here, I'll put the blue cup down next to the Buenos Aires, and I'll have the pink cup for the Stockholm. I don't know, maybe I should I'm going to change that because there's blue decorations on the Stockholm and sort of red or orangey decorate. Anyway, all right, I won't bother you with these details. Okay, this is the Buenos Aires, okay? So it's gonna go in this cup. All right, and I'm going to push the Lungo button. Lungo. And hopefully it's not going to overflow. Oh, you know what? Let me get a paper towel just in case it does. Okay. Oh boy. I'll just kind of do this just in case. All right, so let's, oh my goodness. I'm concerned that it's going to overflow. Oh dear. Well, like I said, we do these things together. Oh my gosh, it didn't overflow. Okay, so I'm going to take this like super carefully and I'll put it right there by the Buenos Aires. Okay, now let me open up the Stockholm. Okay, so here's the Stockholm capsule. And, all right, you know, I'm not gonna, if this was like a real sort of scientific experiment, I'd, you know, run some hot water through the machine to rinse it out. Oh, and I'd have some club soda or something to swoosh around my mouth after I tasted one, you know, to clear my palate. But this is not real, okay? This is my own in the kitchen at home experiment. Okay, so here we've got the Stockholm. Alright, let's see, what kind of spoons do I have? And I packed up my espresso spoons. That's okay. Okay. Here. Oh, don't overflow. Whew. Wow. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, we'll slide this back over here. All righty, now. I'm just gonna give a little stir. Okay, and can you see there's just a really nice crema on these? Ooh, very nice. All right, there's one. Another very nice crema. Okay, now oh, wait, I'll sniff them both. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to try the Buenos Aires first. Okay, now I'm going to try the Stockholm. Oh, you know what? Sorry, the screen disappeared for a minute. So, they taste different, but not that different. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm just terrible at this. I have a feeling, well, I don't think that you could give me a cup of coffee from Waffle House or some fancy restaurant, and I mean, I think I would know that it was not an espresso, and I think, I don't know if I'd be able to tell the difference. You know what? Part of what tickles me about using Nespresso is the fact that they've got these pretty boxes. You know, I've talked about packaging before, and they've got these descriptions to sort of, set your imagination going and sailing around the world with where these different coffees come from. And, then they say things like, drink it like a local. Add a generous dollop of milk, generous drop of milk and sugar. Anyway, now they do acknowledge on when you're adding certain things to these that it affects the flavor. So like I've told you, yeah, it does. What does it say? Share your large flavorful cup and cinnamon rolls. I thought I was telling you to add cinnamon. Nope, cinnamon rolls. Oh, yes, I would like that. Okay. All right. So basically, I'm going to just try this one again. I'll try this one again. They taste different. Not that different to my palate. I couldn't tell you what they taste like, why they're different, how they're different. So, does it make a difference in what you buy? I've thought about that before, but I haven't thought very much about it. I would love to hear your opinions. Now, there are certain of the Nespresso coffees I really love, like the Napoli. That's my favorite. It just tastes like a strong Italian espresso. When I was in college, I spent 3 months in Italy. Had espresso every day. Oh my gosh, it was great. And I've been back there a few times since, just briefly, but long enough to have espresso. And I don't know, there's just something about it that's so good. But the Napoli to me tastes the most like that. These other coffees, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to have to think. Should I even bother to buy the different kinds? But it does, it stimulates my imagination to think about where in the world they've come from. And if you've listened to, especially my early videos back, I don't know, 4 years ago or something, I talked about the history of coffee and the histories of specific kinds of coffees and the ports that they would be delivered to, and how where they grow affects the flavor and the aroma and how they taste, everything. So, I don't know, maybe I need to go back to doing some of that and kind of stimulate my imagination more about these coffees. I don't know, tell me what you think. How do you decide which coffee to get? Now, there are some I don't like. The ones that say they have a winey, that's W-I-N-E, not W-H-I-N-E, flavor to them. I don't usually like those, so I don't even order them. I tend to like the chocolatey, woody, smoky kind of flavors, the nutty ones and the roasted ones. Some cereal ones, but wine and citrus, usually not. So what do you like? And can you say why? And can you tell the difference between two similar coffees? I should try one of the ones that I tend to like with, I'll have to look and see if I have any left over that I didn't particularly care for, because I do like to try new ones all the time, just to see, because honestly, another thing I found is that just because the description or the experts say it has certain notes, it might taste just fine to me, even though it says it's got citrus or winey or, something like that. So I like to try new things and decide for myself. One more comparison here. Yep, there's definitely a difference, but like I said, I can't tell you what it is. Okay, look, I hope that you have a really good day, and I would love to hear from you. And I'm sure that other people who read the comments would be interested to hear, what do you have to say about this stuff? Talk to you later.